What's up, guys? I have a special little video for you today. Instead of working on my car or any other Subarus, we're gonna be heading back to where my parents live and where I kind of grew up at and all that stuff, to a buddy of mine's house, Christian. He has this blue Volvo wagon. It's really nice. It's different. You don't typically see a lot of like modified Volvo wagons, but it's done up really well. From what I've seen, it has a lot of like OEM parts on it and OEM plus parts, you know, maybe from different models and things like that, but it's really done up well. He's going to be rolling his fenders today, so we're going to go over and check out doing that, kind of do a little bit of filming, do a little hanging out with cars and stuff like that. It's the beginning of March. It's going to be getting warmer, but you know, we still got a little whiles to go. I'm going to be heading over there, and we're going to be getting to work. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I will catch you when we are over there. Oh yeah, all the rivets up here, in there.
Yeah. Last time I did, like I said, I didn't trim the fender liner, and it just kept catching on the wheel.
Yeah.
I assumed that it was going to wear down, and it probably would eventually, but not fast enough for my liking. So.
Oh yeah, you can definitely do it with a baseball bat, but like, I mean, it turns out like crap. I mean, it's not actually like a real fender roller.
Yeah, this is like a.
Yeah, that's the one you put on like the hub, and
this is like a $300 piece wood kit. So. Today, but if I do that, I know we'll get 6 inches of snow.
This week 6 inches.
Yep. It's not in the forecast, but some douchebag in Pleasant Hills decided to take off his snow tire, so. Well, folks, looks like. Yeah.
There's one out. So I assume there's no rust on this if it's from California.
Nope, not a thought of it.
Not
I mean,
a thought.
it's shocking how good the rust protection is on these cars.
Yeah.
I mean, it kicks the shit out of American cars. And even my Scion that I had before this. The other car was 10, going on 11 years old. I had 147,000 miles on it. And the only place I found any rust is once we dropped the rear subframe. There's like cross beams in the unibody. I found right on the edges of that, there were a couple little bubbles of rust.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I mean, it was from Kentucky before I owned it, and then I drove it here for 5 winters, and there was nothing. So
yeah,
just shows you.
That's even a lot from like around here. Like we get a ton of salt all the time. I'm sure anybody from around here knows there's like a ton of salt on our roads, even when it's not snowing. Half the time.
That's true.
They're just like, oh yeah, let's just put salt on the roads. So
yeah, it's wet, so it might freeze.
yeah, it might freeze. Let's just powder coat the whole roads.
I had underbody braces on this too that I bought probably 4 years ago. And I took them off a year and a half ago because they had completely rusted out. I mean, they were like painted steel, tubular, and they rusted out to the fact that they were gone. Like I actually had to, the tubes were no longer connected to the bosses where they were. I'm like, well, apparently it's just the car. It's not. I was lucky or something like that.
Like heck, what was it, September or whatever? I went in for inspection, and they're like, yeah, your whole subframe's rusted out, your control arms are rusted out. You got to redo all that stuff. So. Luckily, Subaru was like, yeah, we'll do the control arms for you for free. So, yeah. Subframe was on me, though. But. How big of tires are you trying to fit under this?
I have 255s. With 235s, and those rub stock. They rub on this plate, which is why that plate's there.
Yeah.
And this thing still turns like a truck because it wasn't really a performance platform, and then they put big ass wide tires on it and big offset wheels and everything, and so it really doesn't turn too well. It's a really long time.
They work.
They work.
Although I saw a couple of the impact sockets they have.
Yeah.
Totally broke those. Not even using the impact gun.
Well, they have but they have the same warranty as like.
Yeah, you just take it back, and they're just like, yeah, here you go.
Yeah, this ratchet was broken. I just got this one today.
Yeah.
Because I went down there to get the epoxy for another project that I'm working on at the moment. And
So if you were doing this and it was like 90 degrees out, would you need the heat gun?
Yeah, I would.
Still need it?
You can't hurt it. And you know, if it was fresh paint, a little softer, like if it was a newer car, you might get away with it, but
Why would you chance it?
This thing was like $12 at Harbor Freight or something. I mean, the fender roller is a far more expensive part as far as the tools go. So what you do is you just basically gradually work this thing in, and it'll slowly fold the metal. You can see how it's pulling this a little bit. And you adjust this angle of this roller so that it's at the angle that you want the inside of the fender to be at. So
and you can see a bit of the
there you go.
rollage going on here.
Yeah. So you want the inside of the fender to be like that.
Yeah.
And so you want to angle this roller so that it gets there. Get it adjusted up in there. Get one more with it down like this, so I can really fold it in there. That's its max travel. Because that's where one of the mounts, fender mounts is, holes is.
Try to give you a view, even though the light is not great, but I'll just feel it up there. Yeah, obviously you can feel it. And it doesn't look that much different than stock, you can barely tell. From the outside, but
you can't really see it on the outside.
No, but from underneath you can definitely tell that there's a solid, I don't know, 1 to 2 centimeters kind of carved out.
Probably a centimeter.
Probably a centimeter.
Like normal. And then the cam's like set in the head.
Mm-hmm.
There's no hold downs, and then the cam cover itself holds the cams down.
Yeah.
And it's a huge pain in the ass, and I'm very worried I'm going to screw it up. And there's VVT hubs that need to go on. So I have a friend of mine that's actually was a Volvo tech for years. So he's going to help me with that. But just put some of this bumper while I...
Yeah, just hold it.
Oh, yeah.
So you get the fog lights and all that.
One of the things I really love about this car is it has actual glass headlights,
Lights.
so you don't have to worry about it fogging up.
Yeah, mine get all
Yeah.
nastied up.
I have some residue from that covering that I'm going to take off of there in a minute.
Yeah. So what kind of covering was on there?
I don't
Is
know.
it like
It was like, you know, I don't know if it wasn't clear bra because it was like, it was brittle. It wasn't like clear bra tends to be kind of like a urethane, like a little bit
yeah.
flexible. And I wasn't peeling it. You can see there's still some on here. And I'm just
Scratch it off.
It's like all spotty on this side. The other side it flaked off. This side it's like crumbling.
So it didn't come off in like a peel.
No,
kinda
no,
like
it was not a sheet. It was not like a single sheet.
A Subaru, you got to be like, oh yeah, did you tune for that?
Well, tune is one thing. I'm talking about the whole car. Doesn't look like brake cleaner's doing it. I might have to go get the goot on. This thing has an interior air quality system, supposedly, that like will change your car to defrost on its own whenever it like smells anything that's bad.
Yeah.
And that it has a sensor right underneath there in the cowl that supposedly will do that. And someone posted oh hey, here's the replacement sensor. So yeah, all it did is made it cloudy. It didn't actually take it off. So let's try Google.
That's one way to get it off.
Almost like plastic exterior. get away with only putting 2 of these on here, but it's best to do more because it'll help center this thing, and that's what you really get by using a real kit instead of a baseball bat, is it really helps you center it on the hub, which obviously the tire is going to be centered on the hub. And you can basically roll it from the correct position. You're not rolling where you don't need to.
Even that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not maybe moving 1 centimeter, but it's much better than slicing your tire on Fender, screwing up your paintwork.
Well, I'm sure in the rears you're gonna have to do a lot more. There's not as much.
You'd be surprised. Actually, in the rear, I don't even know if I needed to roll the metal last time. I think it was mostly the plastic liner that was rubbing, but I mean, I'm gonna do it because I have the kit. I'm here. It's a beautiful day, but I don't even know if it was necessary. Know that this is going to hook onto the fender anymore after rolling it.
Yeah.
Because I know I rolled it all the way to about there. And this might still hook on the fender. This is pretty far back. So I'm probably going to like go from right here and just follow this line up here.
Mm-hmm.
Right down to there.
Yeah.
Because obviously this is...
Yeah, the middle one's not going to...
This is definitely not going to catch.
Yeah.
And it's certainly not going to have to worry about rubbing on anything if I bring it up to here.
Right.
Got motorcycle fairing, cheap nuts off eBay. You're not going to see them. They had the little spring nuts that you need to mount these, because the original hardware was missing. This car had been in a front end accident at some point. In fact, I can see that the bumper beam. That looks good. And this auxiliary intercooler was only held in by hopes and dreams and the hoses, apparently. So when I removed it, I didn't have any hardware to install these air guides.
So that just helps direct the air into the condenser.
It keeps going into the condenser instead of going past and just going down the side of the car. It wasn't strictly necessary to install these, but I had them. And this pack of iridescent blue rib nuts was pretty cheap off of eBay. So, one of the things I didn't like about the front mounts on this car is they just cut this whole guide out, throw it away, and a lot of the air escapes past the whole cooling module. It doesn't actually go into the intercooler. So the funny thing is that the front mount intercoolers, which are considered to be more of a not as serious as a front mount, actually perform better on these cars, unless you spend a whole bunch of time modifying these air guides, which I didn't feel like doing. So I just put in the front mount, which should be, or drop in, which should be plenty.
Yeah. So how much power are you exactly looking at here?
I am hoping...
I mean, like, what's long-term goals at least?
I mean, it's all going to be put in the spring. I'm still waiting on the turbo and the manifolds still are being ported, that kind of stuff, and the head's being done. But once all that's done, I should be making north of 500 if everything goes according to plan. I don't really know because I'm not using a particularly huge turbo because this is my daily driver.
It should be enough to have fun.
Oh yeah, enough to.
Plenty.
Yeah, it'll still be slower than the Fiero, but it'll be fun.